What's up, Neil?
Hi, Cal. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Here we are, Season 2, Episode 24. Let's keep on trucking.
Again and again and again.
Yeah. We are actually last tailgate of the year, closing out Pine Knob for the season with Billy Strings. And we have a very special guest all the way from Cleveland with us, Amy Kreiger.
Right. Hello.
Hey, Amy, how's it going?
What's
Good.
up,
How are
Amy?
you guys doing?
Awesome. Thank you.
Doing great. And it's really awesome seeing you. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
So for everyone out there, I believe it was Season 2, Episode 5, maybe? We had Erin Powers on the show. This is Erin's wife, Amy.
Yes.
So, made a long trek in. You guys came in last night.
We did. Yeah. 2.5 hours. Not bad.
It's not bad.
No.
No, that's about my commute daily to work when I don't work from home, of course.
Yeah.
So, Billy Strings, first time.
First time.
I know.
Yeah.
Neil?
First timer, yep.
Cal, first time. So, yeah, this is amazing. We got a beautiful day, which...
Gorgeous.
October 4th. It was definitely hit or miss in Michigan, right?
Yes. In Ohio, too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, lake
Definitely.
effect.
And I might say, just to totally interrupt you real quick.
No, you're good. This is your show too, bro.
But we also did a tailgate on the opening of Pine Knob, and I'm sure you're probably going to say that, but
No, but I love you brought that up, dude.
but when we were doing our notes earlier and we were preparing,
We got Neil got over about 2:30. We got here about 3:45. We've been diligently putting the set together. Obviously, you can see a lot goes into it. We have now about 5 fans now. One maybe.
Everyone counts.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And I know you've been from day
I am a
one.
fan, yes.
Absolutely. And you and Erin have been like our biggest supporters
Yeah.
ever, which we appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Neil's right. We were here on Pine Knob's opener, which was May 2nd, which again is like, no idea, but it was a day just like this. It was SESSANTA, which was Maynard's 60th birthday, lead singer of Tool.
Awesome.
So, but he played with Pussifer and Perfect Circle, and then Primus was there. And it was such a cool show. But yeah, we opened it, and then we're going to close it. And this is, the last one of season 2, obviously.
It's a special show, and thank you for being
special
on it.
guest,
Yes.
especially the first one of the day.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here.
You guys
Thanks for having
I say you guys because obviously you and Erin, but
Yeah.
are huge live music fans.
We are.
So,
we are. Yeah, definitely.
Tell me about that. Like how it all started. What was your first show? Like what really got you into it? And I mean, some people you've seen dozens of times that keep going. Because I have a story I want to share after that.
Okay.
The one I was just at.
Well, my very first show, that was New Kids on the Block. Way
I
back
fucking love that.
in the
is
90s.
Sweet. That is sweet.
At the Coliseum in Cleveland. So
Cool.
that was,
So, I'm sorry, but
No, go
Coliseum,
ahead.
was that like where baseball, right? Or no?
No, I think that was not even basketball.
Oh,
I'm
for
not
where
really
the
sure. I
Cavs
was so
play.
young.
The Cavaliers.
Cavaliers.
Possibly.
Okay.
It might have been like,
probably.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
makes
and a
sense.
lot of,
They weren't
concerts
stadiums
nonstop.
Lot of
Where
shows.
all the concerts usually
That's awesome. Like
were
in
there.
their heyday, you saw it.
Yeah, yes.
Hey, that's big stuff.
That is
Donnie's
big
the
stuff.
bad boy. Who was your favorite?
My favorite Cavalier.
No, your favorite new kid.
Oh, my favorite new kid. God, I was a big fan of Joey.
Joey.
And I don't know if it was his curly hair sticking out of the hat, or if it was just him being a cute kid.
Yeah. Everyone loved Joey.
Yeah, everybody loved Joey. I also like Jordan though.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing how high he could
The
sing.
bad girls like Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie was pretty cool. Donnie was pretty cool too.
He's still out there, man. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like his whole acting career and everything else that he's had. That's awesome.
Yeah.
man. And
Yeah,
now
Donnie's
they're doing
great.
the residency in Las Vegas. Did you see that?
Yes. We just went to their show.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know.
Oh,
at Blossom.
At Blossom.
Yeah, they were just there, and we went to that show too. It was
The New
That's
Kids?
sweet.
New Kids on the Block.
So you just saw them
Yeah.
recently?
Yeah.
So
Holy
was-
hell, awesome.
I
Was that
know.
your second time seeing
That
them?
was my second.
Wow, that's no, that is so cool because
That's amazing.
me and Neil
Yeah.
saw Black Crows April.
Oh, okay.
The last time
Yeah.
I had seen them was, I think, 91.
Yeah.
It was actually on my 16th birthday. You know? I was like,
Yes.
so it was such a huge spread, and I tell you what, they still are awesome. Loved it.
Yeah, we actually had a lot of fun at that concert.
Absolutely.
I mean,
That's
I
what
bet
it's
you
all
it was a
about.
blast.
yeah. It was great. Like we had a great time. I was surprised too. Like they're still moving, you know, all over the stage and going off stage into the fans and whatnot. I was like, okay, we're still alive.
Still doing it. And it's all 5 of them, right? I mean,
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know much about them, but it seems like relatively like no drama ever with like
Yeah.
them, like we hear about obviously a lot of these other
don't
ones. There's at
think-
least one
yeah.
person that's fucked it all up.
I have never heard of any drama with
No,
them.
no.
I don't follow them as much anymore, but
Well, I'm a huge follower. I'm in their fan club. I run the fan club.
yeah.
Well, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, well, actually. But yeah, they're a great band. I
So
think
one
they're
that
cool.
you went like whatever span first to second. Now others that you've gone to like a ton of times. Some of your favorite one, maybe some of those shows that just stick out
So
that you'll never forget.
let's see. Like we saw, my first concert with Erin was Taylor Swift, and actually,
Nice.
believe it or not, that was probably one of my favorite concerts.
I can see that.
Yeah,
she's a performer.
She's a great performer. She had everything figured out. Like, just thought everything out completely. Like the bracelets that went along with the music, and just everything was perfect. And you know, like her stage, and just, it was awesome.
So where was that at?
That was at Progressive Field or something.
Oh, okay. So that was
the
where-
Brown Stadium. Yeah.
Oh, where Browns Park.
Yeah,
Oh, sweet.
Brown Stadium. Yeah.
Nice.
So that was the first with Erin, and then after that, like we saw Brandy Carlisle, of course, a few times, which is amazing. I swear she gets better every time I see her.
Well,
so.
you guys just saw a special
We
one
just
with
saw
not
her
too-
at Red
couple-
Rocks,
yeah,
and that-
so sweet.
Oh my gosh, you have all the feels, especially with Brandy with her voice. Like she has such a distinctive voice, and then being in that atmosphere with the views of the mountains and then the rocks, like right there, and then she also has performed there so many times that she knows how to use her voice with the rocks, like
Right.
bouncing it off. And there was one moment that I'll never forget, and like she's saying something and her voice like kind of bounced off the rocks and it like echoed, and then she waited for it to come back and she did this grin, and then she started singing again. And
that's
I just thought
awesome.
that was so cool. So, but I remember like getting teary-eyed, goosebumps, like all the feels in
That's
that
awesome.
at those
Well,
shows. So.
Erin gave us the Brandy Carlisle pick with the set list when she
Yes.
was on, so that's still hanging up in our studio.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
of course looks awesome.
And another thing about Brandy, like it's so cool, you know, like just because you said that, like it's just, she's like really good with her fans. Like she's not too good for her fans.
Right.
Like they're almost like her friends still. You know, like she treats them like,
Right, and then I'm assuming, because I don't know much about her, that her fans then almost repay that same type
Yes.
of respect.
yes,
You know,
absolutely.
and that's where there's a kind of a give and take, and some of it's just insane. You know, it's like these, I mean, like me and Emily went to Lollapalooza
Yeah.
in Chapel Roan. It was like the largest crowd ever at Lollapalooza in
Wow.
Chicago. And they estimated it was like 110,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
So when we were caught, we were right in the back, and
Yeah.
I wanted to see it because I, knew a little bit, nothing
Yeah.
really, but I wanted to see what the phenomenon was.
Sure.
And then plus, the stage right behind her, right when she was done, Kesha started like 10 minutes later.
Oh,
I
wow.
wanted to see Kesha so bad.
Yeah.
Because me and
Absolutely.
Emily, Elena, and Jackie went and saw Rihanna once at Pine,
Okay.
right here at Pine
Yeah.
Knob, and
Yeah.
Kesha opened up.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, she's a performer, love
Yeah.
her, hate her, whatever. And then, of course, Rihanna.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a cool show. Which,
That's great.
So I would say 2 dudes, no genres off limits.
Yeah, absolutely,
No,
sure.
hell no.
I actually just posted an Air Supply video,
Oh my God, my
Which-
mom's a huge fan of Air Supply.
which is
Yeah,
just real quick. You know Pickler,
Yeah,
Sweet
they just
Pickles,
played.
our buddy.
Okay.
He went to a place called Detroit Music Hall, which he had never even heard of, and so they were selling tickets. So he sent me this video. But going back, when we were in college, he loved Air Supply, and I'm like, you don't ever play Air Supply on my, CD player, my 6 CD change. Don't ever put it in there. And one night we're sitting around drinking, and what did he do? He looks right at me
And, he
and
pressed
put it
the button.
in. So I went and took it out, and I flung it like a frisbee, and he got all teed off about it. And I'm like, I told you what I was going to do. He's like, you know what, you're right. So all of a sudden, out of the blue, I got the text from Pickles last night. He's like, I got some of the best footage ever for two dudes. I'm trying to figure out what the hell show he could be at, you know? And all of a sudden, I get these Air Supply videos.
Yes.
So I'm like, hey, I'm posting the first one. We'll see how it does. Last time I checked, 61 views. I mean,
Hey.
It's off to a start. We'll see how it goes.
That's good. 61 is good. Anything above 50 in my book is you're on your way.
Usually we hit between 400 or 500. Usually on about everyone.
Yeah. That's great.
Now, what keeps you coming back?
To live shows?
Yeah. Not even just, obviously, Brandy Carl, you have a special connection, especially going to different venues. But I know you have that pass or whatever where you get like lawn tickets all summer long in Cleveland. Yeah. Like some shows you might be like, or whatever, but you still go. Like, what makes you go to a show like that you may...
Besides just my love for live music, I think like Erin is always like, hey, so and so is playing, and I'm like, there's a few times I'm not gonna lie where I'm like, hey man, I gotta save money. But like at the same time, I'm still like secretly super pumped. Like I'm like, we can make this work.
Yes.
We're gonna put a few things aside and make this work.
Absolutely.
But honestly, like every show I do love, like there's been times where she's asked me like, hey, do you want to go to this show? And I'm like, well, I don't really know them, but like I'm gonna go anyways because sometimes you go to a show and it's like when it's live and it's way better than you expect when you hear it. Absolutely. Just like on Apple Music or wherever you listen to music. But like that happened a few times for us. Like I've never even heard of, or not that I never heard of. Who did Lindsay Lou open for again? The Lone Bella. Like I've heard of them, but I wasn't familiar with them. But I'm like, let me check them out, you know? So we go there, and then Lindsay Lou opens for them. And, normally an opener, you're just like, oh, okay, like they're starting off. We'll give them a chance. Lindsay Lou opened her mouth, and I was just like, who is she? Like, it doesn't matter what you're singing. I don't know this song, but like, where'd you come from? You're so talented. Like, and then she was just like, yeah, throw a song at me. I'll sing it. And it just got on her guitar and like sang, and I was just...
That's awesome.
I was so shocked by that. Like, I was just like, that is. I have so much respect for you now, like even more than when I just met you 2 minutes ago.
Right. And that's awesome. Like sometimes with the openers, where you like meet them like at the merch stand after.
Yeah.
A band named Frico, Friko. They're out of Chicago. Me and Emily caught their small stage set at Lollapalooza. And then they were playing the Majestic in Detroit, which is like, I mean, me and Neil grew up at the Majestic, Saw Wilco there.
Old 97.
One of my top 8 shows I listed the other day.
Cool.
It was Wilco. Old 97's opened up. It's like maybe 1,000 people, just a main floor, a bar, and a stage.
Oh, wow.
And it was Frico, and it was a sold-out show, and Royal Otis, I don't know if you're familiar with them at all.
I'm not. I could look at them
So they're Australian, normal band, whatever, and they became very well known. They have a cover of Linger by the Cranberries.
Okay.
Which they played it. I never heard it before, but they played it that night. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know Frico. I've listened to a little bit, but I loved the energy. And to me, like for Lollapalooza, that was like back to the roots, where you have like this 3-4 piece band. Like the band was different from when I saw them, and then a month later, they had different players and stuff because they're still figuring it out. And but that's, to me, was the true nature. You have bands like that. But so with this Royal Otis, it's a good cover, but I mean, you can't compare it against Dolores, right?
Sure.
Especially now, right?
Yeah.
But I would say if that's all you know about them, you're doing yourself a disservice. Listen to everything else, because I love the show. Didn't know one thing, couldn't understand a word, but to me it's just being there.
Yeah.
And I think that came with age. I don't know about you.
Well, speaking of Royal Otis,
you
talked about them because Frico opened up for them, right? No. And I just happened to be on, I think it's 107.1, the Ann Arbor station. It's a local indie rock station in Ann Arbor, and I had
love 107.1. Shout out!
Oh my gosh, there's Royal Otis. Freaking Cal just went and saw them, but I mean, you were there for Frico, but whatever. And then you saw them, and I'm like, dude, this fucking song is really good. And same thing where I'm like, I would love to see him live, but I just heard it on the radio. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll go see this band.
Yeah.
no disrespect to Freako, I would see them too, but
I mean, that's who I went to go see.
Yeah.
Because it was really cool to see him like in that small, like
Yes.
low pizza, but it's
That's
not
it.
the same.
I love when you go to see a like a certain band, and then like the opener or whoever else is playing is what really like draws you in, and that's the really cool
So that's the
thing
tone.
about live music.
That whole
like,
place, like no one knew Freako, you know, 'cause I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, out handing out stickers, talking to everyone, and they're like, who are you here to see? I'm like, Freako, like, oh, really? You know?
they're like, oh,
But then I told them about him, so then like they actually went and listened, and then
See,
you know,
that's
I'm like,
good.
actually he was
Yeah.
really good, you know. And,
that's great.
but that was one of those ones I go alone. I know Erin.
Yeah,
you've
Erin
gone
goes
to.
alone too.
I love
a lot,
it.
A couple
I
times.
went to PJ Harvey the other night.
Yeah.
And I went alone, had the best seat ever, and that
had the best seat
it
ever.
was. No,
The show
I don't know
was
what it
all right,
is
but I had the
about
best
her
seat
because
ever.
I was never like a mega fan. Like I never
Yeah.
like knew every song. I only knew a handful.
Okay.
And my brother had a wider catalog, so I would hear just random songs, but I didn't know what they were. But I knew I really liked her.
Okay.
And she's been going nonstop since then, but I don't want to say reclusive, but she
Yeah.
doesn't tour and stuff a lot. Well, she was announcing a North American tour, and it was only like 15 cities.
Oh wow.
So I actually joined her fan club so I could get the pre-sale.
Yeah.
And I ended up in this balcony where I was literally like, it felt like I was on top of the stage, and it was amazing. I was by myself, my chair swiveled. I mean, I was it was mesmerizing. I mean, it was
awesome.
an experience. It was
Yes.
a guy I saw, he described as like seeing like a play, a musical, a concert, you know, some sort of, you know, artistic dance all rolled
Yeah.
into one. And
That's really
and
cool.
the thing was, her voice was spot on.
Nice.
It blew me away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was, you know, and then she didn't play the one song I wanted to hear, but then I was like, you know what? Now I got to go see her again.
That's right. That's
Like
that's
the
what
guy
happens.
who was sitting right next to me, it was his 57th show for PJ Harvey. He's from Leeds, UK. His name was Asad Ali, and he went to like the whole European leg, flew to the US,
Oh my gosh.
and went to for 3 weeks, just going to every show in Toronto, around the US,
Yeah.
and everything. And by the end, the whole theater was empty, and me and him were still sitting there talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said, I'm like, you must really love her. He's like, actually, she's awesome live, and you know, every show's different, and it's
Yeah.
just, and you know, and I love music, so it's where it comes
yeah.
back. Like,
Sometimes I feel
music
like
just makes people almost do crazy things. But
Like, I've
because
seen-
we love it.
like when you're saying about like different, like seeing different artists or whatever, like so many times, I feel like the audience kind of makes them come alive a lot too,
Right.
like with the different shows, which is why they're so different at various shows, like at the different shows or whatever. But like Lindsay Lou too, you know, like when we see her, like I just feel like that's just like Brandy Carla. I feel like she gets better and better, and
Right.
like she just comes more alive, and like she's just feeling more comfortable, and like warms up to the fans, and then just gets going, and she's dancing, and she's like her
Right.
guitar sounds amazing, and her
Right,
voice.
when it's more engaging, it just,
Yeah.
I mean,
When you're there.
Like Rusted the Root for us back in the day, it didn't matter. I would go to any time they were there. And the other thing was, though, anytime they actually released new music, I would always either download it, buy it, or whatever,
Yeah.
because I knew I would go see them. And they're going to play new stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you are a true fan and you're following it and hearing the new stuff, you want to hear that too,
Yes, absolutely.
which is like Pearl Jam. Finally saw them after like 21 years. And their set list, it'll be any, like, call it 25 of 80 songs they're ready to play. They mix it all up, and I mean, they'll change it on the fly. You know, like they'll send
coming
the
in
set
here.
list and stuff will be crossed out because they changed it. But that's why people always go, because it's always
Yeah.
different, you know. And like when I went, it was real heavy on Vitology, which I think was cool. But I
Yeah.
only heard one from Versus, which was my favorite. But I'm like, you know what? It was still awesome.
That's still awesome.
And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
like I said, it makes you want to go again.
Yeah.
Because next time I'm gonna hear 50-Foot Queenie, PJ
Yes.
Harvey.
You got it, girl.
You know, but so on top of the music, because I do want to bring out.
Don't worry about it. You're good. You're perfect.
We want to bring out another special guest that we've had on before, but you're also quite the artist,
I am.
right? And I
Yes.
believe you had something go on pretty recently, like you opened something up or what? Little shop or your studio?
Well, I'm I'm trying to get a studio.
Okay.
But I need a new car, so it's like I'm waiting on that a little bit.
So
I'm
we're
being
working on it.
responsible.
Okay.
So right now, unfortunately, our dining room table is my studio, and it's a hot mess. Like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. There's art supplies all over the place. There's old paintings standing around. Like, it's just the way it is.
Studio.
Yeah, it's what a
thing.
studio is, right? Like,
Right.
you have to figure stuff out, and if you don't have all the old stuff lying around, like, how are you gonna remember what you
But
did
some
before?
of your work is pretty damn amazing.
Thank you.
I've seen not only like portrait work but other stuff. And I told you I had a value proposition for you earlier. So no, it's actually I might have mentioned it to Erin at one point. I've been talking about getting some sort. I've had in my mind even before I started TD's The Killer Tunes.
Yeah.
What I want on a T-shirt,
Okay.
and it's going to look awesome.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Okay.
I asked Kennedy if she wanted to do it, and she did not feel comfortable because I think the pressure and the stress
Yeah.
that she's putting on herself, by the way. I'm like, hey, if you're interested, I mean, I've seen what she can do, and it's
Yeah,
amazing.
I saw that drawing behind your
the
table.
Smashing
Oh
Pumpkins.
my gosh.
Yeah, well,
Shout out to Kennedy, man. That
what
was
up,
awesome.
Kennedy? So the quick
Yeah.
backstory of that is because, I mean, Smashing Pumpkins, I mean, I'm not going to lie, they're probably my number one for sure.
Yeah.
Always
yeah.
will be at least in my top 5 no matter what. And I would always say to her when their kids would come out, like, yeah, I love them when Billy had hair. I said I love them when Billy had long hair.
Yeah.
And I was like during Gish and stuff when they were really just coming up. And then I opened it up for Christmas, and at first my reaction almost maybe looked like I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I was like it was all processing. I'm like, wait, this is the Smashing Pumpkins, and then, but it looked like it was like bought, and then I realized she actually painted it, and I'm like, but it doesn't even look like paint. You know, it was like
Yeah.
it blew
Was
my
that,
mind.
What was that? Was that charcoal or was that like
No,
acrylic?
it was paint. It was like just black
Yeah.
paint, but it was amazing, and yeah, it's been up there from day one. So I asked her
Really
about
cool.
it, and I've asked some other people. I will definitely talk to you about it off air, but it's something, if you're interested in taking a stab at it,
Absolutely.
we can talk
Yeah.
about
Let
it.
me know what you need. And
Because, like I said, I've seen what you've done. I mean, it was definitely very talented.
thank you.
Without a
Thank
doubt.
you. Yeah, I've been doing like right now, recently, like in the last 2 years or so, I've been doing music artists that were actually like my muses, like growing
Right.
up, that got me through stuff. Because I was on like kind of an artist block, and
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna draw people that I'm comfortable with and that I know, and that way, like maybe it'll kick off this block and
There was a very
get me going.
good,
So
cool.
Nice.
Was it Lil Wayne one?
Lil Wayne. I have to fix that one up a little bit. It's a little like grainy, but I'm gonna have to fix him up. Because it's colored pencil for the
Okay.
portrait, and then there's like acrylic and spray paint and collage in that
Nice.
piece too. But his colored pencil, it got just a little bit grainy. Like that was when I first started getting back into drawing, like after
Okay.
like 10 years off,
Right.
kind of. So,
Right.
but now I feel like I'm, like the more you draw, just like music too, the more you draw, the better
Yeah,
you're gonna get, and the more you
absolutely.
learn. So.
Kind of like what you
George
touched
W.
on.
Bush.
Like George W. Bush, man. I cannot believe George W. Bush is
He
such a
started
great
off-
artist.
He looked like, at first I remember like this painting I did of my mom, and
Yeah.
she was in
Yeah.
my favorite
Yeah, and
green
then
dress she had. She looked so pretty, and it looked horrible. She's like, oh my god, I love it. He's such a good artist. Of course, my brother's like, ha ha ha. And that's what that's how he started. But like now you look at some of his stuff, it's pretty impressive.
It's incredible, and I don't know if like an artist like kind of was his mentor after a while and was like, hey, here's what you do.
Right.
But I want that artist to come to me so I could like get a little kickback
Right.
so I know what I'm doing again. But like, yeah,
No,
I don't.
I'd
Well,
say
no,
you're
I'm
off
getting
to
back.
amazing
I'm getting
start.
back. I
You're
actually
getting
have this one artist that I've been following, and I just took a couple workshops with him, and I
Nice.
feel a lot better now. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Like you said, after like 10 years or whatever, I mean, that was, not to equate it to that, but like the concert game, I was out of it for so long
Yeah.
until like I did this, now in 18 months I think
Well,
I've done like 30
and like you
shows,
touched
but
on with the
life
musicians,
gets in the way,
you know,
and
that
shit,
Yeah.
when they when you see a musician, like you said, each time they get better and
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
You know,
Same
you know, get back on
gotta
it.
work
And
your
then
craft.
now you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting better.
Yeah,
and better
before
at it, you know?
before if I did one bad drawing, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put this away for another like 5 years. And now I'm like, no, you're sticking to it.
There you go. Yeah.
We're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
And that's
It's
what we're
only
doing.
Not
So
gonna.
good.
It's not gonna get done if you don't do it.
That's right.
Well, that's when
exactly.
you know you love it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
keep doing it, you know, and
simple.
eventually you're just loving
do.
doing it, you know.
Yeah, I
So-
love doing it, and then when you hear feedback from other
Sure.
people too, like that makes you feel even better, and like you're like, all right, I gotta get back in the studio when I get home now.
I love it.
Or
when
my dining room.
When someone goes, oh yeah, I listened to your show. That was awesome. Like, really, you listen?
Right? Yeah. Doesn't that feel good? That feels so good. Like when someone gives you a compliment like that, stuff that you worked hard to like,
Right.
even
And,
set
I
up.
mean, it's
like
your
I even
passion.
was like, dang.
We all have jobs,
This
we all
is
have
great.
lives and that, but
yeah.
you only have so many passions in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And,
You only live once.
And
Do
that's
it.
almost the
100%.
best one is that you actually go like, oh my gosh, I did. Like that's almost the best compliment is the one from yourself. You don't even do you care whatever. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you do, but I mean,
Yeah.
it should be from within.
Yes.
You know, and, you know.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh, that's awesome.
Yes.
thing
I'm
is, you-
learning
you-
to stick to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but, you know,
do it.
and you know you're good, but it's also good to get that validation as well.
Sure,
you know.
absolutely, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And Erin is good about that too. Like she's always telling me, like, you're good. You're good. I don't know why.
Right.
You're listening to anyone
Right.
else that says you might not be, but you're good.
Well, that's
So she does a good job.
so. Speaking of Erin, let's
Yeah.
bring Erin on. 'Cause I totally lost my train of thought when we were bringing you on. You said Erin's very good about that.
Oh, just giving me compliments all the time, like with my art, and just making sure that I stay on track with that stuff. Because I like I said, I fall off base sometimes. Like like if something doesn't go my way with a drawing or a painting, like I'm like, that's it, I'm done. She's like, no,
Sounds like
you need to stick to it.
It's so frustrating. Like,
Yes.
I'm like a 2-year-old. Like they can't do
It's like
something
it's not
in,
going
like,
to go
2
well
seconds.
every single time. Like and that's where you got
And
to
then
learn.
my belt loop gets stuck on the damn door handle
Yep.
or the kitchen knob, and then all
It's the worst, isn't it?
Never fails.
That's when the anger comes out, when the belt loop gets stuck, or when anything gets stuck on a door. Oh.
Oh god. But no, and that was the thing too. Is I mean, me and Neil, as long as we're having fun and we still love what we're doing, we'll do this for the next 20, 30, however long.
As you
we can
should.
do it,
This is
you know?
fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of
Yeah.
the same thing with you,
Sure.
right?
Well, I always tell Amy, you got to do it for yourself. Like,
100%.
you're not
Yeah.
doing it for. If other people like what you're doing, great. But if they
Right.
don't, like,
Yep.
it
That's
doesn't
okay.
matter
If
if
you
you're
like
doing it for
love
you.
it,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. And that's I mean, one, I always say me and Neil get to hang out no matter what, at least one Saturday a month. Because we do 2
Yeah.
episodes
Right.
one Saturday a month.
Yeah.
Usually we see each other more if we go to a show or that. But I mean, it got to the point where like I would just sit at home and go to work. I wouldn't even talk to people. You know, we had I don't know if you saw the episode. I don't expect people to watch it, but no, I don't. You know, but from it was just released. We were at Pearl Jam and
Oh, yeah.
tailgated. It was
Okay.
Chris Malazewski
Yep.
and his dad Rich. First of all, we have the same exact last name. I'm a K. He's an M.
Oh my gosh.
The correct pronunciation for everyone is Kalashevsky. The correct pronunciation of his name should be Malashevsky, but his dad or someone along the line changed the pronunciation to just make it Malazewski because everyone would say Malazewski
Yeah.
because it's
That's
the way
how
it
it
looks.
looks,
And
phonetically.
You know what? When people say that, I'm like, great job. It's close. It's not right, but it's close. And you know what I always
You're
say?
doing great.
I'm like, do you know Mike Krzyzewski? And they're like, yeah. I go, you know the Z-E-W-S-K? It's just Shevsky. And whatever before, figure it out. It's pretty easy.
There you go. There you go.
So anyway, he's a huge like mental health and everything. So he went through some shit. But that's what it was about. Like I didn't even really have friends. I didn't talk to people, you know, and that's the best part about it.
Yeah.
You know, I have people coming over, you know, and they hang out, and we end up going to shows together. And I mean, back to the whole live music thing.
Sure.
It's just, I mean, looking around here, it's insane. Like I
Yeah.
haven't seen like this type of scene since like a Fish, Grateful Dead almost.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did
this
not
has
see
like a
that type of-
festival vibe to
This
it.
Absolutely.
is really cool.
Yeah, like you were saying, I didn't see all that.
Yeah, it's all vendors set up and
What'd you
people
say?
cooking food and
What were they selling though?
grilled cheese,
Oh,
grilled cheese and a bag of
cheese.
chips for $8.
What a
These
deal is
on a legit grill. Like,
No, I know.
I mean, it
Yeah.
smells amazing. This
Dude,
is
that is a
fantastic.
staple.
They got tie-dye T-shirts, bracelets, necklaces, like all homemade stuff.
Yeah, that-
This is so cool.
Yeah, and that one dude had like those stickers. What was that all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was selling Billy Street's stickers, 2 for $5. Not bad, but it actually had the 2 dates because he Booster played last night, the 4th, and then tonight, the 5th, October.
So they were specific to the show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I think, however, he came out on the best side of that deal because he got a couple Two Dudes Killer Tunes stickers, which are
Exactly.
priceless.
Aaron, it was actually 3.
Oh, 3. Oh.
Yeah. And you know what?
3.
For 300 of those, that cost me like $40.
I was like, you know he's flipping those out there in the crowd, though, like you said.
All right, so I don't care how appropriate or inappropriate it is. The tailgate is our last one. Well, I'll keep it clean, but I made that joke earlier.
Yeah,
How
right.
people flip it. So he totally went and sold it. So there was one time back in college. You know what I'm going with, right?
Yeah.
Some dope shoes, Ron.
Oh, God.
So we went to an establishment in Windsor, and one of the MC of the night was one Ronald Jeremy.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So
An establishment in
yes,
Windsor.
yes,
Yeah.
this is a fine establishment. Actually, the only gentleman in it.
Yeah.
The only gentleman in this place is like top shelf,
A club for gentlemen, if you will.
especially for Ronald.
Yeah, especially to Ronald, not Ron.
Ronald.
This is Ronald.
Ronald.
So we'll spare a bunch of the. But we're in college. Obviously, I don't even care now at this point. Like, we went to University of Detroit, Mercy. Me and Neil played there. I mean, we fucking kicked ass. We're in the record books all over the place. So we took
That's true.
a UDM soccer T-shirt with us to this establishment.
Yes.
He put it on, and we got all our pictures taken with him, and we gave it to him as a gift. Someone went the next night, and he had it laid out on his table for sale.
Oh my God.
100% true story. And we had like a Polaroid, and there's like 5 or 6 of us in there. He's got the UDM soccer with all these players around him.
Yes.
So then at one point, I don't even remember why, he was tired or something, but he laid down on the stage, so his feet were up like this. And then you look, and he actually had holes through both soles of his shoes where you saw his socks. And when we were talking to him after getting pictures taken, Neil goes, "Hey Ron," he's like, "Hey, what's up?" He goes, "You got some dope shoes, man."
And then he's like, yeah,
It's
I've
a
worn this
real-
forever.
Like, no shit.
He's like, I ain't gonna fucking buy a new pair. They're
That's
so good.
right.
I'm like,
They're so good.
all right, bro.
So I just feel sorry for the people that just paid like $50 for a Two Dude sticker and come around here. and
Right?
see 'em out
Here they
blowing the wind.
That's all right.
Amy does that with some of her. Sometimes she just doesn't like. She has some winter boots that she just doesn't want to let go of. I'm like, Amy, can I buy you some new boots? Like, I will get them for you. And she's like, No, I like
No,
these
they're
ones.
fine.
These are fine.
They're fine.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
But I did get some new kicks today. Not today, a while ago.
Kicks.
These new,
man,
these
those
new
are
little
nice.
Jordans,
Oh yeah,
right?
those are sweet.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. So,
They are.
but earlier, Neil came by and we had to get ready, right? So he was supposed to be bringing by some mumpkins that Emily bought in a fundraiser from our niece,
Yes.
Paul and Leah's kids.
Mumpkins.
All I've been hearing about was for 2 days is Neil gonna bring the mumpkins. Finally, I texted him like, dude, are you gonna bring the mumpkins
I'm
because
bringing the
someone
goddamn
won't
mumpkins."
STF you about them. I showed her that, joking. So he brings them. So I was waiting for him in the garage. So I'm walking out to see him, and I'm like, hey, check out my dope shoes. And I walk up, and then I look, I'm like, oh, those plants. I'm running to him like, dude, I has no plan to get those plants. What's up? I'm over here peacocking my shoes, walking up, and I happen to see him. I totally would have forgotten. I would have been so teed off about it.
With
because
new
all I've been-
shoes.
I thought he was
That's what
coming
they
out to
do.
help. You know, grab these
Yeah, he thinks I'm just coming to help him. No, I was just
It's like the mumpkins.
right.
If I had any musical talent whatsoever, I would absolutely start a band and call it the Mumpkins.
Oh, that would be an awesome name for a band.
It's a missed opportunity.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
How's it going?
Hi.
Well, how about
It's gonna be
you?
kind of heavy, bro.
Love that hat, man.
All right, cool. So that gentleman just walked by with a full bass on his back.
Yes, he did. There's a
Like,
couple.
it was
Actually,
nothing.
there's
I
a
was gonna
string
say-
band playing right down there.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
that is not the first full bass we've
Nope.
seen. Me and Neil saw
There's,
it.
Yeah.
there was one over there in the woods when I went to the garbage can. So,
It's like,
oh, and that line behind us that I thought was the line to get in, that's the merch line.
oh,
Hey.
It's
You know what?
huge.
Okay, yeah.
We were here before, and they're like,
SESSANTA.
that's just for, merchandise.
It's wild.
That's awesome.
So,
Billy String's a serious business when it comes to his merch, apparently.
Well, he's from Michigan.
He's got really cool designs. Did you see those designs?
I haven't seen nothing. You said that something about, was it Lindsay Lou?
Lindsay
And
Lou,
that had
yeah.
some sort of connection? Or?
Lindsay Lou sang at his wedding. Am
Yeah,
I
they're-
correct? Yeah.
What's up?
Hi.
I like whatever this is.
Thanks.
Come get some stickers.
Like a sticker, actually.
Yeah, put a sticker
Two
in.
dudes and killer tunes.
Yeah, check us
Yeah.
out.
Are you the two dudes?
We are right
And
here.
are you the killer tunes?
Yes.
No,
We are the Killer Tunes.
We're gonna go listen to some killer tunes tonight.
Is it a podcast?
Yeah.
Podcast all about live music. Go to shows.
You're
post
not on
videos.
live right now, but you will if
Your voice will be on.
yeah, your voice will be on.
Hello.
Hi.
But yeah, take more if you want. Pass them
well,
out.
give them my friends.
Yeah,
Good.
we're on YouTube, and then that's where we have a ton of videos for all the shows we go to. You can actually watch us for the podcast. Or we're on Spotify and Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
When you're walking by, did that number one up mean anything, or just saying
Oh,
hi?
yes.
Or?
So I'm looking for a ticket.
I was
Oh,
wondering. I was
I got a
wondering.
lawn ticket for you.
Really?
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
give it to you.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Boom.
Do you
That's
have?
what I
can
thought you were
transfer
doing.
it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna step away.
Awesome.
Nailed
Oh
it.
my God.
I thought she was
And that's
doing.
what
I'm like,
happens on two dudes.
You knew it.
Can killer
All right, we
tunes.
turn
Yep.
the Aaron off.
All
Just
right.
like that. Look, see how like professional we are.
Music does it. Look at her hat. Music connects us all.
That's
See
awesome.
I know.
That
I
is
love that
sweet.
hat. I was gonna
that? Rock
say
and Roll
something.
Hall of Fame.
That's so cool, and
I
that you
love
can
that.
actually still get tickets in the parking lot. It's
Yeah.
just so much easier. Well, is it really easier? Yeah, because I never would have cash.
Yeah.
I got to a certain point where I just stopped carrying cash.
I don't carry cash
But
either.
cash was still
No.
going on. I'm like, fuck, I never have cash. I haven't carried
No.
cash in like 20 years.
No. Yeah.
I've been married 20 years. I guess I don't know if it correlates.
I rarely have cash on me, but this is now. Look at this. Like, see how kind. Like that. You need to be
That's
a
what-
kind person, and
Yeah.
people are
Yes.
happy. Like, who cares about like
Well,
the
no,
money
cool things
situation?
like, oh man, Neil, you could have got it. 'Cause he had the. That was a
No.
snap.
I know. I
but-
felt bad about that.
No,
but-
don't
no,
even.
no. But
That's,
Yeah.
that's
look
totally
at this
fine.
girl.
But now
She's
they're
probably
just
way
still
more
getting
appreciative than I would have
used.
been.
Right. She's gonna have so much more fun than
Yes,
you. I can
yeah,
guarantee that.
She's got Billy Strings is in her dreams. I could see
Oh.
it.
Uh-huh.
Well, so you said so. Lindsay Lou performed at his wedding.
She did, yeah. I actually like. I saw a video of her like little setup and everything at his wedding, and it was just a very sweet, like little concert kind of.
And they
that she
just
put on.
had a baby.
They did.
I saw that on
Yeah.
his Instagram.
Billy,
which
yeah,
is super
Billy
cool.
String's- Yeah.
I know.
He had to cancel his poor guy. I felt so bad because he felt horrible, and he actually like. I think he reimbursed the fans too
Oh,
for
to
the
the
festival because
cancel.
it was like kind of like his festival.
Oh, right.
And so he had to.
Step away for a
cancel it.
second.
No problem, bro.
Geoff
Thing.
wants to know where we're at.
But yeah, and so he kind of had to get. Obviously, he had to get back to
Oh, 100%.
Michigan.
I 100% would understand that.
Me
even
too.
if I had
Absolutely.
tickets
Family
and
first.
Wouldn't be happy about it or whatever. But you understand it. Life gets in the way.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey, take some stickers, dude.
Yeah.
Take the whole stack if you want. Pass them out. Thank you. Thanks, man. We'll check it out, dude.
Cool. See, that's cool. I like the.
Hey, everyone.
Everybody's
Hey,
fine.
awesome.
This is so much
Just
fun.
made someone's day.
You really
Get back
did.
over here.
Come on.
I'll turn you back
Free
on once you get
upgrade,
that.
so we give her free tickets, right?
That's awesome.
That's right.
Pay it
How you-
forward.
Got to give back.
Exactly. You got to pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
All
the
right,
way to
Erin
do
is
this.
back after making actually just a transaction.
Yeah.
No money exchange.
A legit transaction.
Right.
Kindness.
we
No,
got
so-
Do.
we got
What the hell just happened?
well, Amy and I had lawn tickets,
Right.
and we got a free upgrade to Pavilion courtesy of John Doring.
Right. John.
Thanks, John.
brother-in-law,
Three-time
your
guest?
cousin. John has
2 times, 3 times.
3 times, I thought he said, right?
no. John Shack was 3 times by himself with his son at SESSANTA Tailgate. John was actually our very first guest.
Right.
And then we had him on for the SESSANTA Tailgate as
Oh, okay.
well. And then he was supposed to go to a different show. It just didn't work out.
No.
We had him on, but, so he's right up there. The only other 3-time guest, Neil, is Alan Plasek.
Okay.
So he was actually season 2. I think he might have been right around you. It might have been the same day.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he brought his wife with him, right? Yep.
Girlfriend.
Your girlfriend. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
she's
was the same day.
it was the same day. So they came. That was his first one. Then we did at the marina.
Oh yeah, that's
with his
right.
big
Yep.
ass boat. So we went there. And me, it was like an hour or whatever drive, but it's me and Neil, Emily, is it Kennedy, Avery, and Natalie. Yeah, it was 5 of us, or 6, however. Anyway, so we hung out, whatever, and then me and Neil did a part of the show, and then Alan came up and finished it. I went and looked, the whole part of me and Neil didn't record.
Oh,
and I think it like overheated.
Oh man.
And I got out of the boat, I'm like, wait, it's like stopped. So at least we salvaged quite a bit of it,
Yeah.
and then we were gonna head out on the boat.
Okay.
So we're ready, Alan goes to fire it up, and it like doesn't turn over or whatever. And so we didn't end up going on the boat. Nothing that he had someone come out and fix something else, but he had to like unhook like the accelerator, fix this, and then never hooked it back up.
Shoot.
Like, literally was like basically 2 bolts. So we missed out, but like we said,
It was
all
still
means
cool.
is we're gonna have to go next year.
Right.
So that was the second time, and then he was just at the tailgate at Comerica
Oh, okay.
with Pumpkins and Green Day.
Gotcha.
That was such a cool show.
Man, that Green Day.
And one, I'd never seen Green Day.
Yeah, I've never seen them either.
And I was a
first time,
freshman
too.
Yeah, freshman in college when Dookie came out. So like,
Yeah.
I love that, because it was different.
Yeah.
And then like American Idiot came out 10 years later. And I'm like, all right, that was still cool. And I haven't listened to them at all. Well, this whole tour, that's all they played was those 2 albums.
Yeah.
And then some other hits, and then
Wow.
And then the Pumpkins was railed through like 14 songs, which is still cool. But the Comerica sounded great.
See,
I
we
couldn't
saw
believe
Pink
it.
there,
Wow.
and Pink and Brandy Carlisle opened, and
Paul was
honestly,
there, my brother.
that show, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd come to another show at Comerica.
So where did you sit?
We
I
sat-
always wondered that.
On the
We were
side.
like on the side to the right of the stage, kind of like, yeah, like
Yeah, looking at the stage, we were on the right.
we weren't.
That's right where
it
we-
wasn't a
so-
side view, but we were like,
So
where we
check it. Yeah, it's right where
The stage
I
was here, we were like here.
And if you look at the videos, you can see because I'm at that angle where I'm on the right. like,
Yeah.
the screen was right in front of me. The stage was here. Couldn't see much. But to me, I was like, man, it sounded. Not the Pumpkins. I thought sounded great, and I thought Green Day was phenomenal.
okay,
And I hadn't seen a show since like Dave Matthews, like 25 years ago.
gotcha.
And I was
Yeah.
like 3rd level.
Well, that
Yeah.
I'm never going to Comerica again. That was
That
40
wasn't
bucks.
good. That Matthews show wasn't good.
No.
It wasn't.
No?
But this one was, and so I would definitely go to another one, and I would just.
I think it depends on the
you
artist.
gauge it
I mean, if
show
Brandy
by
Carlisle shows up at Comerica Park, guess where I'm going?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, you know what? And that's the thing is like, so if she opened up for Pink, the acoustics aren't set up for her.
Yeah, well, and she even said, like, for them, they do, like, 3-part harmony is kind of their gig. And so she's, like, just not used to playing in a place where, she's got monitors in, which they don't wear. She's like, so
Okay.
I don't think she had monitors. I
No.
think that was the problem, is they don't use monitors. So she's singing, and she's like, it comes back to me,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, it's like a vacuum.
little
like
while
10 seconds later.
Well, especially because it's
She
not
still
full.
sounded great though.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
still did. I mean, it was, you can't go wrong,
Yeah.
but
No, and like for me, even if the Pumpkins sound horrible, it's not going to stop me from going to see them.
Yeah.
Right.
There again, like you said, but Green Day was really good.
that would have been a fun, yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Kinda weird.
because of the drone or something?
So me, Kenny, and Avery were up there.
Yeah.
Neil ended
Stupid
up sitting
drone.
with Alan and Jen, and that happened, and Kenny and Avery were freaked the fuck out, which I don't
Yeah,
blame
yeah,
because
yeah.
anything stops, you see them
Yeah.
running. That's so.
Yeah.
I just said, let's go. And we went up and we were literally standing by the usher, not the usher,
Yeah.
the guy at the exit.
Ready to go.
We were like the first ones there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, because I'm
No,
like,
I
Yeah,
don't blame you.
yeah.
first of all,
Yeah.
they're freaked out. If it was just me, I might stay and just gauge it first, but I'm like, no, they want out. So we got out.
Yep.
I'm like, well, we don't want to leave. And Kenny's like, well, no, we don't want to leave. What if the shooter's on the outside? I'm like, shit, I never thought of that. But,
Yeah.
because someone could do
Yeah.
something stupid, everyone's
Yeah.
coming out,
You're
and just
right.
like fucking fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you don't want to talk like that.
Yeah.
You have to
you
think
ha-
that way now.
So,
Yeah.
well, that
Yeah.
was, I mean, I don't want to talk.
I was just
so-
saying,
so-
it's getting turning into a different kind of
well,
podcast.
that's what, no, but when I talked about my buddy Chris Malazewski, he was actually involved in a mass shooting in Highland
my.
Park. Remember the one a couple
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah.
And he was actually worked for a company that was putting that event on, and all that happened. So I mean, he was fine. I mean, he didn't get hit or nothing. But he lived through all of that, and that's why now, like, he went through all that shit. I mean, he talks about it. He
Yeah.
is actually a huge supporter for it. He has like the Walking Tall movement. all this other stuff. And he's really trying to turn them positive. But I asked him, like, so it's got to be kind of frightening going to your first huge concert after something like that. He said, you know what? It is, but that was my one safe haven, was music.
Yeah.
Going to concerts.
Right.
I wasn't going to let him take that away from me.
Good.
Are you aware? Yeah, but you learn to cope and you get there and all that, you know. And I never talk about that shit, so I do it because now I'm friends with him, and people should talk about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely talk
But
about
so, one, it's been awesome having you guys join us. I see we got like a ton of people out here that want to sit down with us too.
Yeah, for sure.
We have to give everyone else a turn, guys.
Oh, man.
But,
You know, we should have had Bella sit down, that girl that I gave the tickets to. She said she's been following this tour all over the country.
that's insane.
She was here last night. She's been to a bunch of shows. She said
awesome.
she traveled to California.
She'll be back.
I mean, yeah, if she comes back by.
There is, I mean, some of the vehicles here I can see they're definitely travelers on there.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool.
I love
We got Florida and Pennsylvania right here.
absolutely.
lots of vans
Yep.
with stickers.
The old conversion vans.
Yeah.
All right.
And the dogs. I mean,
The
dog
dogs,
lovers.
yes.
So you know it's a good group.
You know it.
In it, right?
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah,
against
there's
cats.
so many
No,
dogs.
I love
Those
cats.
animals, but people with dogs are a totally different breed. I hate
Yeah.
to say it.
Yes.
All right.
All right,
Great.
cool. So you guys
Yeah.
enjoy the show. You guys
too,
have
man.
sweet seats.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it when it's all done.
Very cool. Yeah, we'll,
All right.
we'll debrief.
Cool.
You
Thanks.
might need a sticker, this guy here.
All right, Neil. Well, we're back at it, huh?
We did it again and again and again.
Yeah, let's keep doing it again and again. And out of the blue, Bill Chace shows up. So crazy. Me and Bill worked together from 1996 to 2011. That's when I left.
Yep.
So we worked together forever, and we actually worked really close together.
Yeah. We built plants.
Yeah, we built plants. I mean, some of the biggest products out there. Right?
Yeah.
That's so awesome that I want to get in. So first of all, that was Michigander on the lead. Are you familiar with Michigander at all?
Michigander?
Yeah.
No. Is that another podcast?
No.
or-
The music we just heard coming in.
A band.
Oh, the band.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I forget, he's obviously Michigan, but I don't know exactly
Yeah, I forget where he's from.
But he's playing St. Andrews November 8th.
Okay.
And I actually splurged the extra $20 for the balcony tickets for the first time ever.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
My claim to fame was St. Andrews, 2003. Neil was there. Lou Reed.
Lou Reed. Oh, sweet.
Oh my God, at that venue was amazing, dude.
Yeah.
So open to a Sweet Jane and closed with Perfect Day. So.
That's cool. That's
So
cool.
what's up, dude? I heard you mention that you guys are actually in a band.
Yeah.
And we also have the third member just off camera. Feel
Yeah,
free
yeah.
to come and.
So-
There she is.
Yeah.
So what's up?
So,
Still local and everything?
Yeah, we basically started playing open mic nights as individuals for a while
Okay.
at New Hudson Inn, Billy's Tippin' Inn,
Nice.
and also Stingers.
Oh yeah.
Stingers discontinued their open mic night, but the New Hudson Inn still has theirs, and we like Kent and I we did an open mic contest, and we got to the finals.
Who's Kent?
This is Bo Bentley.
There you go.
Sorry.
Okay,
Bo
thanks.
Bentley.
I don't know the other guy.
Bo
Yeah.
Bentley.
Yeah. So him and I, we made it to the finals, and then Corinne, we call her Corinne Michelle Seashell. So she yeah. So she played individually for a while. Then we recruited her. She plays violin,
Oh, nice.
guitar, and sings. Plays harmonica too. Has a lot of.
She named us when we were a duo.
Yeah.
She said we were having our midlife crisis, so that was our name.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what do you play though?
I play guitar and harmonica and sing.
Okay.
And
Bo?
I play mostly bass, a little bit of guitar, and one song I play mandolin on. I gotta expand a little bit.
Are you guys looking for a drummer or just keeping it as this little?
we're keeping it as a trio for a while, but like I think having a drummer is like it's limiting in terms of certain venues want to have a drummer, like people that want to dance and stuff.
Right.
But the
You got a
venues
good
we've been,
bass player that lays the line. In.
yeah.
Where?
Oh, did I mean? I meant to say
You
great.
said-
I meant to say great.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna go with bass player, but all right.
So you guys are big Billy Strings fans?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
how many times have you seen him? Would you say? I mean,
This is my first time.
oh, it is your
Yep.
first time. Okay. And Bill?
So I saw him.
I feel like you've probably seen him like 47 different places where bands can tear your
I
face
think
apart
I've
at some
seen him
point.
like at least
Where
5.
you used to camp and everything.
Yeah,
Right?
because I saw him for the first time out of state. Actually,
Okay.
I saw him at the Blue Ox Music Festival. I think in 2017.
Oh, nice.
And he was just taking off then, and I could like basically, wander up to the front of the stage anytime I want. There was like hardly anyone following him, and then he started taking off in Michigan, and I think I've seen him at Van Andel Arena. I've seen him in where's that other place that we Saginaw.
Absolutely.
Saw him in Saginaw. I saw him at the Van Andel Scramble where
Okay.
he did the Halloween thing.
Oh, nice.
Saw at
You've seen it a ton
Pine
of
Knob
times.
once, and
So, yeah, me and
Yeah.
Neil, first time.
Seashell's the veteran.
I got 5.
yeah.
I
Nice.
saw him at Hoxeyville. Have you guys heard of Hoxeyville? It's an awesome festival in Wellston, Michigan.
Okay.
It's very small. It's like
Uh-huh.
a couple thousand people, but he played 2 nights there, Friday and Saturday.
That's awesome.
And when was that?
2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow,
And I
that
was
would
on
be
right on
crazy.
the rail, like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it was
rough.
great.
Loving
he
it.
couldn't go back now because it's,
Right.
I think he grew up going to that
Right,
festival.
right.
So, yeah.
That's so
he
cool.
was there forever, yeah.
So where exactly is he from in Michigan? I don't.
Ionia.
Ionia. Okay.
Yeah, the prison town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So Neil's brother-in-law Jeff is floating around here somewhere. He spells it Geoff. No, he doesn't. We always joke around.
So we
We call him Geoff all the time.
It's not that.
But no, he saw him. What is it? Smalls?
Yeah, it's Smalls in Detroit
In
or
Detroit?
Hamtramck.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
30, 40 people. He said it was like
Yeah.
2016.
Oh wow! So
Wow.
you sound really early.
Too,
Yeah.
at one of the breweries out there. He used to
Oh,
play
yeah,
out
probably.
there.
Yeah, like Bell's or something.
Traverse City used to play on
Yeah,
the
it's
street.
Quite amazing.
So cool. I mean, and actually, there's a lot of really good Michigan bands out there that I didn't think. The one that still blows my mind, I mean, Lord Huron. You ever listen to them? at all?
I've not heard them. No, are they good?
Awesome. And I'm like, actually, it was last year. I've always wanted to go to Red Rocks, and I was trying to get my wife to go. But you want to find a cool show? I'm like, out of all of them, I'd want to see these guys.
Okay.
I had no clue this whole time for years that they're actually from. I forget exactly where in Michigan, but they're called Lord Huron because they're on Lake Huron.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, oh shit.
What kind of music?
I
I would indie rock.
Yeah, like
Indie.
indie rock,
Okay.
like-
Yeah. Like Mumford and Sons. Deal.
I
Yeah.
like it better than that.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little less.
You know, not a banjo-y and stuff.
Oh,
You
right.
know. You know who I did see, and I'm going to talk about it forever, was PJ Harvey last weekend.
Oh yeah.
Remember PJ Harvey from back in the day? In the 90s?
PJ Harvey.
English chick from like
Oh.
Rid of Me and
Let's say that
was,
song again.
That was the name of the album. Down by the Waters. Shh, Neil can sing it. I can't. It's got the voice.
I could, but I can't right now.
I'll play it at one point.
Okay.
But no, it was just one of those shows where it's just a small theater, just one I've never seen and always wanted to.
Yeah.
One of those good shows.
Is she
Do
in
you
Michigan?
remember? No, she was from England.
From England. Okay.
Do you have one of those shows like you? To this day, you'll never forget it. Like if anyone said, "What was the best show?" Do you have one or a best moment of a show, a song that just like totally?
Honestly, one of the best shows I've ever seen. I just saw recently at the Royal Oak Music Theater. It was Sierra Farrell.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard her or not, but she's. I felt like I was at I was witnessing like a Dolly Parton or a Tina Turner in the making. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, it was that good.
I'll have to check it out.
Sierra Farrell. Yeah, very, very.
I remember seeing advertise, because I always check all.
Just
I love
so
Royal
good,
Oak
man.
Music. Is it Royal
Google
Music
her.
Sorry.
Theater? Is it Royal Oak Music Theater?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love that place.
Her backstory is pretty amazing too.
Yeah.
And then how is she? Younger, older, or
30-ish,
Okay.
Yeah.
35.
35. Okay.
Drive.
Yeah, we all went and saw her together too. But she, yeah, it was that. I mean, she's going to do great things. She's already, I don't know, she's going to be a member of the Opry or whatever already.
She's been there.
She's been to the Grand. She's played the Grand Old Opry and
Okay.
stuff. She's very.
Was that a sold out show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like very. I don't know. It's hard to like dial her into a specific like what is she like, because she's like a little bit of gypsy,
Well, you said
a little bit
Dolly
of
Parton
gypsy,
and
a little
Tina
bit of
Turner.
country.
Yeah, it's pretty wide range.
Yeah.
You guys want some stickers?
Maybe. Hey, they're
Can
just
we listen
stickers.
to you somewhere?
Yeah, Spotify, or you can watch us on YouTube. We have hundreds of videos from concerts we've been to over the last 18 months. We just started up our podcast about 18 months ago. We are
It's all
recording
Two
our
Dudes and
tailgate
Killer
episodes.
Tunes.
2 Dudes and Killer Tunes.
That's easy to remember.
Yeah. Just throw it in
now
the
you
old.
have the sticker too. So.
Yeah, and throw it in the old.
Yeah,
Google.
put it right there.
We'll
Yep,
come up
you'll
everywhere.
never forget.
We're huge. We're huge in Germany, like
Yeah.
Tigers
Have a
the
good-
next game.
Yeah. Enjoy the show.
You know what's interesting though? When I first saw Billy Strings, you know who I saw him with? Oh man, who's the guy, the band we used to talk to about each other to each other about all the time? The Wilco and
Okay. Old 97s.
yeah, Wilco and Sunvolt.
Sunvolt.
Who's
Oh, yeah.
the Sunvolt
Oh, Uncle
main singer?
Tupelo. Oh, Sunvolt is Jay Farr.
Jay Farr. He was at that same concert that Billy Strings played at the
Oh, shit.
the Blue Ox Music Festival. He actually he had he was one of he was in the lineup, you know,
Oh,
and I'm
that's
like
awesome.
and I'm like, you know, and you and I used to talk about Uncle
'Cause, yeah,
Tupelo and
yep,
Wilco
absolutely.
and Sunvolt all the time at Plastipack, remember?
Yep. Oh,
And,
Do you remember?
all the time.
Can't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. I mean, you know the Majestic Theater in Detroit?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 1,000 people, stage, bar, nothing else.
Yeah.
And that's where we saw it. Was Wilco was the headliner.
Okay.
And Old 97s opened up. It's like one of my top 8 concerts ever.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
top to bottom, you know, opener to that. And that was when Wilco, they were blowing up.
Yeah, yeah.
Right after Summer Teeth and the Mermaid Avenue. And then the Yankee Hotel Foxtrot or whatever came out after, where they really kind of. And I always love that shit where you like catch them real early, you know, like Billy Strings. Like you said, you saw them when there's like 30, 40, 50 people. And now you're coming here and it's like, well, one, do you have seats in the pavilion?
No, we're on the lawn.
So are we.
Yeah. we're blanket people.
You know what? Some I like pay the money because I want to be there or whatever, and some I just want to be in the place.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what this concert was for me. You know what? If I see him again, I might want to be right up there because
Yeah,
it might
yeah.
blow me away.
Yeah.
But beautiful day, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
In October.
Perfect.
What about you over there, Bo?
Well-
what about your shows? First one, amazing.
I
What's
think my favorite was actually earlier this year in April. Los Lobos is my favorite band. They've been touring 50 plus years.
Did you see him at the Token?
Yes.
Holy shit! I wanted
Yes.
to go to that.
Yes. The three of us went.
Did you really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It was. And we just kept moving up front, and eventually we were 25 or less feet from the stage. We all had our fingers in our right ear because the stack of speakers was right there.
right.
But I saw them last year on the streets of Ann Arbor. They did the Sonic Lunch series, and that was really
They
good.
always have so many cool acts.
Yeah.
I've never been to one just because.
Well,
I was like, oh, I want to go to that one.
It blows my mind. The Grammy Award-winning band that's played the White House comes to Westland to the Token Lounge. That just
It's a hidden gem.
amazing.
And they've
Yeah.
actually done some upgrades because I used to live like a mile and a half down from the Token, and we always used to kind of joke about, what's up, bro?
Good night, y'all.
You too. We always just kind of joke about it, you know, when you're in your
Yeah.
20s, whatever. And then we went back and saw a buddy's band play there. And they totally revamped it. Looks good. The sound was good.
Yeah,
And
it
that's
sounded
like
good
some-
that night. I saw a show there last year. It was the Why Not,
Okay.
the Rush tribute band, and whoever was on the sound controls wanted to show things off, and they just maxed all the faders, and I left halfway through the show because it was over the top.
Right. But I saw the flyer for that Los Lobos. I'm like, holy crap. I mean,
Yeah.
that's no joke of a band. I mean,
No, not at
They
all.
used to be in so many like festivals with the Dead and all these
Yep.
other bands. Like, and I always used to like wonder, like, how do they ever get hooked up with those guys on these festivals?
I don't know. We saw them last year or 2 years ago. They were double billed with the TDaKT Trucks band. We saw them in Detroit.
I think
That
people
was a good
seek
show.
them out.
Yeah.
I think people seek them out because
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
legends. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I mean, but we talked about that. Like, man, we should totally. It was like a Sunday show too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We love a Sunday show.
For Michigan artists, I like Greta Van Fleet because I'm a classic rocker. I saw them before they got famous. They played whatever the hall is there in downtown Frankenmuth.
Okay.
And they were playing during the Ice Festival, and I heard Led Zeppelin music. I'm like, I gotta go check this out.
Right.
So I actually got a video clip of them as pre-famous, and now it's $200 for a cheap seat,
Sure.
I think. But I'm happy for them for their success.
100%.
Yeah.
And actually, I saw them 3 times now. The first time was in, I think, 18 at like the Fox Theater in Detroit, which is super cool. Like, small theater, the sound, and they were good. And then took the whole family, me, my wife, not whole family, my 2 youngest, went to Grand Rapids, and they played a field house. This is where they were going to do 5 shows, but it was like in weird spots. They played Eastern's campus, like Western's campus. They played this field house in Grand Rapids, which was kind of small.
Yeah.
And oh my God, they tore it up. It was an amazing show. And then me and my 2 youngest, for Father's Day, they got Greta Van Fleet tickets in LCA.
Oh, sweet.
And great seats. They sounded great, but it was just amazing to see them go from the theater to this field house to then like Little Caesars.
Yeah.
And they killed it every time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hate on them.
I know. It's unfortunate, but if you give them a chance and appreciate the music for what it is, it's good.
Yeah. And I mean, the guy can't help the way he sings. He's
No.
not, you know what I mean?
No.
And it's funny seeing their growth too, because like their last album and seeing the Little Caesars, I'm like, man, I almost hear a little bit of Rush in there. You know, like it totally. They changed their sound, and I mean, I love them. I'll defend them. I mean, I don't defend anyone. I'm like, you like it, you don't. Whatever.
Yeah.
You want to fight me about it? I'll give you
I always
shit,
say
whatever,
each to their own. You
Right.
know, if you like opera, that's fine. I don't. You know.
I mean, we go to. I went to my first country show ever. I probably told you before I would never go to like straight country, and actually, me and my wife, my daughter and son-in-law went to Kane Brown, so I call it country light, but it was super cool, you know. And such a cool environment.
I love country, man.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
so
we're just talking
my wife's
about her.
cousin, Erin, who was just here with her wife, they were just talking about Lindsay Lou. They go and see her all the time. They just went and saw Brandy Carlisle at Red Rocks.
Okay.
And they told us that Lindsay Lou performed at Billy String's wedding.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
I have a wealth of knowledge about. What else you want to know?
We've heard of Lindsay Lou, Corinne. just 60 minutes ago.
That's hilarious. So, what else have you guys seen?
Or do you have any upcoming?
What else?
Well,
what are you guys playing at? Anything?
What's that?
Turnpike Troubadours.
Turnpike Troubadours. I really like those guys.
Okay,
And,
so that's one that I've never really listened to, but I know I need to.
They're those the
So
guys.
that's what I like about this shit, because you've already mentioned a few things, so I'll go and I'll pull them on the playlist.
Yeah.
And for me, I'll go to any show now. I'm at the
Yeah.
age where I don't even give a shit.
Yeah.
They're playing music, sounds great. I'm all in.
That's how I am too. You know,
Yeah.
like I know the Turnpike Troubadours as the Turnpike Troubadours, but I couldn't name like any member of the band or anything. But I know the head guy, the front man of that. He's a good writer.
Right.
He's a really good writer. Got great freaking lyrics. You know what I mean?
Right.
Really, really good.
It's YouTube. I think you're okay.
Oh, okay. I can swear.
anything.
Yeah. I wasn't sure.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Facebook, we're all over.
So we're
And LinkedIn. For those business types out there.
I'm sorry, I did a curse word. So it was,
Bucket's over there, we'll take it out.
You could beat that.
but I think I'd like to see Blackberry Smoke too,
Dude, they're
because
coming.
November 14th,
Yeah.
Royal Oak Music Theater.
So these guys have been buying tickets to a lot of shows, and I'm like next in the queue to buy some tickets. So
that's
I think-
another band, like I know they're good, I know people like them. Right. If I know it's kind of maybe like a southern rock feel.
Well, yeah,
and
that's
kind of-
exactly what they are, and they're really, really good.
And
I
Royal
think.
Oak is amazing. I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine a band like that and the sound's going to be
But
so good.
one of their best records came out during the pandemic, so they
Okay.
didn't really. Their main record, The Whippoorwill, came out during the pandemic, so they never, all their the tour for that album, like it's
never happened.
It never happened. So like after the pandemic, you know, they started like doing, so it was like a couple of years late and stuff, you know. So I kind of took the sauce out of it a little bit, you know. But it's a good record.
We saw Tommy Emmanuel at Royal Oak Music Theater last year, and that was a great show. You know,
Billy's played with Tommy.
What?
Billy's played with Tommy Emmanuel.
Yeah.
What? Where? When? How is this new news to me?
No, there's a YouTube video where he does the Working Man Blues.
I'm the last one to find shit on my family too, bro.
He does.
What? Where am I going?
That's it. I quit.
Me and Neil were just at Royal Oak a few weeks ago for Peter Hook and the Light.
Oh, okay.
You know, the old Joy Division and New Order bass player, Peter Hookie. So that was super cool.
That's badass, man. You're doing all like you're just basically following like whatever.
Yes. Well,
like
so,
what makes you decide to take your podcast to a concert?
So for the tailgate. So
Yeah.
first of all, I've been telling everyone this because this is our fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
This is the last show of the season at Pine Knob.
Oh, it is,
so we're
really?
doing a
Okay.
Tailgate episode.
Okay.
Well, we were here for the opening show of the season this year as well on May 2nd. It was SESSANTA, which you know Maynard from Tool.
Okay.
Singer from Tool.
Yeah.
So it was a 60th birthday celebration. So his band, A Perfect Circle,
Okay.
Pussifer, and then Primus all played at the same night. And they had like all the kits on the drum kits on the stage and rising at the same time.
Yeah.
It would be like Pussifer played 5, Perfect Circle played 5,
pretty unreal.
4,
Wow.
then Primus, and by the end they're all up there. Les Claypool's in his pig mask on his stand up. It was awesome. So yeah, we opened and closed it this season. We did a tailgate for the Saviors tour, which was Smashing Pumpkins and Green Day down in Comerica.
Okay.
And then we took it on the road to Noblesville, Indiana for Pearl Jam.
Okay.
Neil couldn't end up going, so we had an old soccer buddy that I hadn't seen him in like 25 years.
Okay.
Met up with him here in May at Neil Young. We ended up separating. I ended up with his damn blanket for the next like 6 or however many months, and then I call him, Neil can't go, so he just jumped in my car the next day and drove to Indy 4 hours. And we did, it ended up being just an episode with a dude I know and his dad. Not more like a tailgate. He was on the road. And then I think this is the other. So we did like 4 of those this year. And it's like if it's an outdoor show, you know, we're planning for it, whether in May and October, we're like, we're going to do it, rain or shine or whatever. We're in the
Fun
great
to
weather
do
the whole
it
thing.
because we would never ran into you guys.
Oh, yeah. No,
that's
no
crazy.
absolutely.
You know,
You say that like it's a good thing.
Well, I can't believe I saw Bill. I mean, the last time we saw was at parkour.
The parkour, yeah. Because we're parkour.
And my son was trying. He's like, yeah. He just couldn't like push himself to like fly. You know, like, it's too just like if you can't do it, you can't do it. So,
Yeah.
that was the last time. That was probably what, at least 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
my
We
boy
always
does
used
it.
to talk about music all the time.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's good to see you. I mean,
So
it's
where you
really
guys-
cool.
He's the hardest working musician
Here,
I
bro.
know. He is.
have a sticker, man.
Between the amount of practice he
You're
does
doing killer tunes.
on
You're
a
not
bunch of
live right
lead
now, you're
stuff, plus he'll play bass when I'm playing guitar.
Nice.
Plus the harmonica is amazing.
So how much did you like play back then when we worked together? Were you always you're
well,
in there, man?
Who's
Go
got
for
the
it.
clicker? Come on.
There he is.
Oh yeah, look at it. That's right. All the fans.
Sedona's a beautiful city. Man.
Were we doing the
Cool, I'll check you guys out.
Were we doing the freaks back then?
I don't remember.
Like
I don't remember you like being like.
No, I wasn't crazy into it. Like
something you just kept. Doing
well, I
growing up
always
and
play. I've
everything?
been playing guitar since I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
But like Mr. Young used to have these.
Oh yeah, with
parties.
Whitehead, right?
Yeah, Whitehead. Yeah. So
okay.
like that's really when I started playing a little bit more because
Okay,
they
gotcha.
kept bothering me like hey, do you want to play? Do you want to play? I'm like,
So
no,
in
I
that,
just,
what did you play with
I
in
just
that?
do campfire stuff, and I'm
Right,
just
right.
like, and they're like, oh, come on, we need a rhythm guitar player, we need this, we need that, and so like they they recruited me, and then we decided to assemble a single set for the company picnic. And then we're like, oh, we did all this, let's just see if we can get gigs. And then then we went and started learning like more songs and stuff like that. And then I started getting like more serious about playing and stuff.
I have the utmost respect for any musician, no matter what.
You guys fucking rock.
We were soccer guys. We
might be able to
like
sing,
commitment. You get all that training, practice, but what you guys do and the sounds you can make out of these fucking things, it's amazing. Right?
It's fun.
Yeah.
So when she joined, we were going up on stage one night for open mic, and the MC slipped up. Instead of calling us Midlife Crisis, he said Midnight Crisis, and that became the name of the trio.
So now that's the trio?
Yeah, so if you look up Midnight Crisis Trio on Facebook, you'll see some of our videos.
We're way too old to be midlife anyway.
Yeah, truly.
Except for her.
So when you guys get together and like creating music, like, how does that work?
It's awful. He and I are both project managers, and she's caught in the middle.
Well, do you bring something and work around it? Do you guys just jam and
throw out ideas?
People you jam, they record it, they might listen to it, and go, that works, and go back.
Well, because we came up together in open mics, we kind of knew what each other. I knew what her catalog was, she knew what our catalog was, and then we just kind of started there. And then we're kind of all into the same thing, Tom Petty.
Do you guys, do you guys play anything local in Livonia, or
Not yet. We don't have the big enough following yet.
Okay.
But as the word gets out and we reach more people, then opportunities will arise.
Sure. Nice.
We played like the Hell Creek Saloon, if you're familiar with that, out in Patterson Lake Road. We played the New Hudson Inn in New Hudson, and Log Cabin out in
Shakers and Novi.
Log Cabin where?
And Howell.
Yeah. I'm in Howell now.
Yeah, we played there once.
Okay.
Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth. We played the Frankenmuth Brewery. So
so you guys kind of play a little bit more out where I'm at.
Well,
or at least
we play whoever will book us. Whoever will book us. Whoever will book us.
I get that. We got the luxury of just parking our car. Or doing it in my basement. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, no, I'm really glad that we ran into each other. Yeah, that's so awesome seeing you again. Hopefully we'll stay in touch after this and catch out some other shows. Bo, Amy,
Corinne.
Nice to meet you both.
I'm horrible, but no, that's awesome meeting you. I'm glad you stopped by. Thanks for being on.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Definitely love to come check you guys out. So enjoy the show most of all.
All right,
cool. Thanks, guys. All right, Neil. So we were about 7:40. We're about ready to head into the show. And, dude, how much fun was this doing this tailgate?
Dang, this tailgate was so freaking awesome. Because of the people.
Drinks you guys got.
And we got
check them out right there, bro. There's some water. There might be some beer. There's probably some, seltzers and shit.
Yeah, we got something right there for you.
Yeah. Just watch out for the gear, man. We're recording, but feel free.
It's $0. It's for
you.
Just
take it. Whatever you want. You can take it 4 waters, dude. It's for everyone.
One's enough. Thank you.
All right, cool, man. Enjoy the show. I like your shirt, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thanks. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I love the hair, too. I just always want it. Never could do it, man. I do. I like it. All right, man. Take care.
Right. What a fucking guy.
All right, dude. So, obviously the song 50 Foot Queenie, PJ Harvey, one of my fucking favorite tunes by her. She did not play it, so now I'm going to go see her a second time somewhere someday. But no, how much fun was this, dude?
Like I was going to say, but yeah, we've had probably our most interaction with fans and
hey guys, enjoy the show.
People.
Cheers, guys. Go, dude.
Hey, if you want to come pop in, you'll be on the show. Just
thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. We're just talking
Just
about
watch
music.
out for that cord. But
Yeah, I see it.
yeah, just stay there because it was.
I
But
gotta
hey, it
go
was,
with these guys.
I know.
They got my tickets.
All right,
Tigers, go
first.
Tigers.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I hope they do it. You know. And,
So do I.
So
Listen,
much
I was
fun.
in Houston last week. That's where I live.
Oh no
And
shit.
I watched the Tigers win, and I was.
Oh, that's
I'm originally
awesome.
From here.
You're originally
live in
here.
Houston.
Where are you from originally here then?
Well, I was born in Detroit. Grew up in Livonia.
Oh no shit, I'm from Livonia.
Where?
5 in Newburgh.
Okay, I was Joy between Farmington and Merriman.
Okay,
I
and
went to
then
Franklin High School.
okay, so then I lived in Westland forever at right across the street from Franklin between
Yeah.
Merriman and Millbet, right off of
Sure,
Joy.
well,
No
that's
shit.
Very close. Near
Yeah,
St.
Geraldine.
David's, I think.
Geraldine,
I know
yeah,
Geraldine.
absolutely. That's awesome.
Yeah,
By
wow.
Sam Park.
Have you seen Billy Strings before?
Not before my daughter told me, and son-in-law, and that's who I'm with.
Awesome.
His parents.
That's what Two Dudes is all about, man. Is just live music.
Hey, that's
Dude, look at
$200
hey,
cheers.
what up?
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Have fun
So How do I
tonight.
find you guys on streaming?
Just put our name in the Googler, but go to YouTube. You can watch our actual videos of the podcast. Plus, we have a ton of videos from all the concerts we've been
Okay,
to.
and it's
Two Dudes and Killer Tunes.
Killer Tunes.
We're also on Instagram,
I will
Facebook,
definitely look for you guys.
Threads, and LinkedIn for those business
Fabulous.
professionals out there.
And I'm gonna get a picture. Can I get a picture of you guys?
Absolutely, dude.
Got a sticker.
Yeah, I got them somewhere,
Here we
dude.
go. Ready?
Yeah.
Excellent.
You're right.
Guys, good to meet you. What do you got? You got swag?
I did. We might have gave all them
sticker, yeah.
bitches out. We had
You don't have to
stickers.
get it.
You had it in the bag.
The pictures.
Yeah,
are
I don't know where the bag's at, bro.
Bag's in your pocket.
The bags, it might be.
So you guys come to all.
Oh, it's
sorts
right
of-
here.
Oh, there it
Right
is.
next here.
Oh, good.
Right underneath those earphones.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna sit back down since I'm on the mic, but no, here, actually take
Are you guys streaming right now?
take it. We're not streaming, so we record
not
Oh, you
Um,
record and then put it up.
and then edit,
Awesome.
but
Then you
we
can
we
edit.
try to keep it as live as possible. So we just
What's your
do.
name?
Neil.
Neil, I'm Mark. Good to
Mark,
meet you.
I'm Cal.
Cal, good to meet you guys.
Nice
Um,
to meet you, Mark.
Thank you.
So when did I'm sorry, but when did you live in Livonia? Like I'm in.
I graduated Franklin High School 52 years ago. 72. I gotta go.
No shit, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I was born in '75, my friend.
Shoot,
Oh
sorry.
my God.
Hey, but you know what? I'm a grandpa times 2.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, enjoy the show.
Take care.
All right.
Dude, so Neil, that right there is the typical interaction we've had here all day long.
Yeah.
We got here at what, 3:45. And had a blast just from setting up, me and you hanging out, actually, grinding in, getting the notes done, whatever. But no, and then people started showing up. We had Erin and Amy, Bill Chace of all effing people. That was crazy from work. Jeff was hanging around. We didn't get him on, so sorry, Jeff, you're still a one-timer. We did pick up a 2-timer with Erin. The one thing I do want to mention, though, love coming to shows with you where we drive together because we have the playlist going. We just bullshit. We catch up. We had a pretty killer playlist on the way here. And just so everyone knows, it's going to be a 3-sided, it's going to be a 3 LP, we'll call it, right? We have the drive 2, and then we hung out here, just me, you, music going. That's going to be a whole nother one. And then the drive home will be the third one as soon as we are done with Billy Strings on the way in. Did you have one song on the way here that sticks out? Do you remember one? I have one.
Sometimes when I get real
Wake up!
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Oh, yeah. When I get really close and I accidentally hit it and I say, wake up. Yeah.
No, but yes, Wake Up by Mad Season. I love when that song pops up. That was probably my
Mad
killer
Season,
tune on
yeah.
the way here.
Gosh, there's one that I really liked. It wasn't the John Lennon one.
So,
Totally made
stay
fun of
tuned to
John.
episode 25 where we might hammer out what Neil's killer tune was on the way here.
Yeah.
There's just too many to name. No,
It
but
wasn't
Neil.
the John Lennon one.
Oh, no,
It's
I
so
thought
hard.
that. Fuck John Lennon, dude.
That's what I just said. It's so hard.
To explain that, John Lennon's great and all. I love him, but I remember when I went, I just wanted to Imagine. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do Imagine. So I put like a few other songs, and every other song, every time I fast forward it, there's so many other better songs that he has. So we'll figure that out eventually. But no, Neil, this was awesome. I can't wait to get in there. So we better wrap this shit up, right? You guys enjoy the show out there, man.
Yep.
All right. So,
We will.
what else?
We will.
I mean, what do you got to say in closing, man? Before we get in there,
So
what do you want out of the show? Like, I'm super excited. First time, I just love the energy already, and I can't wait to hear like
Just-
that. You know, when he first starts that jam on that
I
fucking
think it'll
acoustic
be
guitar.
Just that, Cal.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's.
We're kind of
what I-
aligned, I
yeah,
think, in
kinda
those
what I
things,
was
right?
looking for, you know, like that fucking killer guitar, or killer freaking, and then boom.
So,
Like,
real quick before we
in
go, Nick, you know, we got so much shit coming up in the rest of season 2 coming, but we are going to ride this out, and then we actually already have guests lined up ready for season 3. We already are. We've been renewed. I've heard we've been renewed.
Yeah.
By who? I don't know, but someone told me today we're renewed, so we're gonna do season 3 for sure. We're gonna have all new episodes, new guests. Some of them already lined up for February. So with what we got going on here, season 2, we're gonna ride it into the new year, and we'll pick up new ones. So there's not gonna be much gap from content, but me and you are gonna get a little bit of a break from recording. But one thing we'll never get a break from is shows. So make sure you
live
fucking
music,
check
bro.
us out: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, and just throw us in the Googler. You'll find us.
It's too good, man.
Peace. We'll see you next time.
Too good. Too